DNA solves crimes, and to keep up with demand, the Colorado Bureau of Investigation has moved its flagship forensic lab from Lakewood to Southeast Arvada to expand. Mayor Marc Williams gets a personal tour with the deputy director.
Lead the way.
Great, come on in. This is our drug chemistry section. And this laboratory is responsible for analyzing controlled substances for the state of Colorado. So all the white powders that may come in that may have heroin, cocaine, methamphetamine are all analyzed here in this section.
Also in this lab, they do analysis in arson cases and paint transfer from car accidents.
We can tell law enforcement that a blue car hit the red car, and we can tell them what make and model and the year that that paint was processed on that vehicle.
Absolutely amazing.
It is. The next laboratory that we're going to go into is our toxicology laboratory.
Okay.
DUIs and DUIDs are criminal offenses. So in this unit, we look at all the blood alcohol for content of alcohol and or drugs. We're doing more than 10,000 cases annually here.
My goodness.
Now this laboratory, Mr. Mayor, is very, very special to the CBI.
This is what's called the CODIS Crime Lab. Here it's all about DNA and trying to match it to convicted offenders. All other DNA labs in the state feed their unmatched samples here.
If we don't get a match, then we send it up to the national laboratory. Our scientists and our technicians are taking in more than 45,000 samples annually. Here, all the samples are stored from all over, from the 62 counties where they take those arrestee samples from CODIS law that was implemented in 2010, along with all the convicted offender samples.
It sounds like a great way to solve cold cases, right?
Oh, Mr. Mayor, it is. There are sometimes people who come from other states who may get arrested for a minor felony, that we get their sample in and it matches to all kinds of other cases that have been unsolved.
Actual testing on DNA is done here. Biological fluids like saliva and blood are preserved and examined.
We have enough space now for 9 scientists to be in here simultaneously. In our old lab, Mr. Mayor, we could only have room for 3 people to work simultaneously.
This is the firearms area to study spent casings from a crime scene. They rely on microscopes and other state-of-the-art technology to match them to a weapon.
If we don't have the known weapon, this is a way to link many, many shootings that may occur in the state of Colorado or in other states and other across the country.
They also study weapons found at a scene. There's a room full of firearms from law enforcement that technicians use for spare parts to make a weapon function. So they can do test firing to see if it's the type of weapon used in a crime.
Here in our laboratory is what we call our shoot tank.
The experts fire into water to slow the projectile. They retrieve it from the water and compare it under a microscope. And soon they'll have a single-lane gun range to test fire shotguns and rifles. Now on to fingerprints, and check out this humidity chamber.
So this helps us to give some fingerprints humidity before they dry out, and then we won't be able to process them.
And here's another amazing piece of equipment.
We may get objects from crime scene that have fingerprints that we can't see. So we place it into our super glue chamber.
It's airtight. The fumes go up, drop back down on the object, and bond to it to create contrast. Then it can be analyzed. Then they're photographed and put in the APHIS database.
All 10 of our fingers are different. None of them are the same. So when you talk about 300,000 fingerprint cards, multiply that by 10, and we have almost 3 million prints that we search, the unknown from a crime scene to the knowns.
It's all designed for convenience and efficiency. It's this kind of high-tech study that truly changes lives.
It may not be as fast as the TV shows CSI,
Right.
but these guys do a remarkable job.
And to see the expansion that you've done and to see the work that's gone in, literally the millions of dollars that's been spent to fight crime and to have this facility right here in Arvada, Colorado, makes me so very proud.